Hi, this is Paul. I want to do a little sports prediction thing because it's going to be two games, the NFC and the AFC divisional games this weekend. Two games Saturday and two games Sunday. It's the Jaguars and the Chiefs, and Buffalo and Cincinnati, and Eagles and the Giants, and the Dallas Cowboys and San Francisco 49ers. Okay, I think the Giants play Saturday, and I think the Jaguars and the Chiefs play on Sunday, I think. Although I think you think the Chiefs would be because they're the number one. But at any event, it doesn't matter. I got to do my predictions for what I think is going to happen. First, let's go Jaguars and Chiefs. I think the Chiefs should win that game. I know the Jaguars did a great, had a great comeback against the Chargers last week, but I think Kansas City is just a better team, and Patrick Mahomes has been there before, so I think they should win that game. Okay, I would be very surprised if they didn't win. I think they are going to win. I just think they're just a better team, and I think they have a better coach and everything, so I think they will win that game. Although, they might make it interesting, but I think they should win that game. And now the Giants and the Eagles, which is a little thing. I'm a little biased because I'm a New Yorker fan and I like the Giants. And I think, I was telling my friend this at work, I think the Eagles may have peaked too early. Like they started off great during this, during the season. They started off like a house on fire. And then Jalen Hurts got hurt and he sat out a couple of games. And it looks like their defense is a little vulnerable, okay? And the Giants are kind of on a roll. They just like demolished Minnesota. But then again, that doesn't say much because Minnesota's defense is just horrific, okay? And I think Minnesota was overrated. I think they were the worst 13-14 out there. And I watched that game, and the Giants could basically do what they want, okay? And they made Daniel Jones look like like the second coming, okay? But I think the Giants have a better than even chance, I think, to win this game, okay? I know the Eagles are favored because they had the better record and they won the division, okay? But I think the Giants have a good chance. And as a New Yorker and a Giant fan, I would love for them to win, okay? So but if you want me to place money on it, I would say the Eagles should win. But remember the Giants when they won, I think it was when they beat the Patriots the first time, they went on a roll where they went to Green Bay and all that stuff and they won. And and they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So the Giants, like I said, they played the Eagles in that second to last. I think the last game of the season. They played with their backups, and they kept it close for a while. Okay, before the Eagles pulled it out. So I think the Giants have a good chance. But if I'm betting money on it, I'll say the Eagles will win, even though I want the Giants to win. So that's my prediction. I'll predict the Eagles to win, and even though I kind of want the Giants to win, that would make my day if they did beat Eagles. Okay. Anyway, now Buffalo and Cincinnati. Now I have to be honest. I say Buffalo. They started the season good and they were it's like a house on fire. But Josh Allen has a little bit of that. I know somebody said it before. I read they said that he has a little bit of that Brett Favre in him, that he likes to. Sometimes he takes chances and those chances blow up. Like he turns over. Like the last game they played when they played Miami. And if Tua was playing, they might have lost that game because he threw a pick and then he fumbled the ball, I think, twice. But he's also capable of going off. And Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, he has his weapons. And although they got kind of banged up when they played in Baltimore last week, so they may be a little hurt going in this game. And like I said, but Joe Burrow, to me, is one of the rising stars of this league. Okay, but if I had to put a gun to my head, I'm going to say Buffalo's going to win the game. It'll be a tight game. I think it will be a tight, close game. And if Josh Allen doesn't have any turnovers, then I think they should win. Buffalo should win. But forget about it. If he does those turnovers like he did in that Miami game last week, I think they will lose because I think Cincinnati will capitalize on that stuff. So that's why I think as long as Josh Allen doesn't do a lot of turnovers, they should win that game. Now, Dallas versus San Francisco. I think San Francisco is peaking at the right time. They have their backup Purdy in there. Once I was going to say porn star Jimmy, as Stephen A. Smith calls him, Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Purdy has been pretty good, and they got Christian McCaffrey from the Carolina in that trade, and they've been kind of firing all cylinders. The defense is good. They got good wideouts, okay, and they seem to be peaking at the right time. Now, Dallas beat up Tampa Bay last week, which is not a surprise, really, because I think Tom Brady needs to retire, and they have no running game, okay, and they just couldn't even score. And Tom Brady looked horrible in that game. So I think that it won't be that easy. It's just, again, Dallas has to go on the road again to San Francisco, and I think San Francisco is a better team than Dallas now that they have Christian McCaffrey, all that stuff, and even that rookie Purdy is playing pretty good, playing fearless and reckless. And sometimes you get young rookies that you throw them in there and they go off. And I think San Francisco should win that game. I think eventually, this is just my prediction, although I'll make a prediction. So I think next week, the championship game for the league will be Buffalo versus Kansas City, okay? And I think it'll be San Francisco and the Eagles. Although if it was the Giants, I would be perfectly happy with that. So I think those are going to be the championship games for next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but the week after. And I think it's going to be San Francisco and Kansas City Super Bowl. Okay, I think that will. And I think although I love what's his name, the quarterback for Kansas City. I can't think of his name right now, but I think he's a great quarterback. I think San Francisco might be their year because everything's just working out right for them. You know, they got a running game. The defense is good, and the young quarterback is playing good. But Patrick Mahomes, that's his name. Patrick Mahomes. I don't know. That would be a good Super Bowl to see San Francisco and Kansas City. That would be a good Super Bowl to see. You know, and I know you can't count Patrick Mahomes out, but anyway, that's my picks for the divisional round. So let me know what you think. What do you? Excuse me. What do you think? Sorry, I had a belch there for a minute. Let me know what your picks are for the divisional rounds. Who you think is going to win those games? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Blog Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. I want to say a special, not Paul's Views and Opinions. Sorry. My main channel is Trepacer. Link to that in the description box. Link down below to my Patreon. Excuse me for a minute. I'm sorry, I had to get some water. I'm sorry, I had a little cough in my throat. Like I said, I'm getting over that flu I had a few weeks back, but occasionally I'll have to cough and catch my breath for a minute. But anyway, so again, links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I know I said that before, and also link to my main channel, Trepacer. That's what I meant, because this is my Paul's Views and Opinions channel. And also a link down below to my patron. I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say a special thank you to him and say thank you him for supporting me. Always having my back. And again, my patron's only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. And I updated my patron page. I changed the banner on it. I updated the thing. I'm having reacting to movies now every week because currently I'm not reacting to any TV show right now. I'm waiting on Mandalorian 3, which starts in season 3 starts in March. And also Superman and Lois starts in March, and I think Titans is coming back maybe in March. I don't think they've announced the official date for it yet, but I think it may come back in March or April. So I'm currently not reacting to any TV show, but I want to react to movies. And I put 5 movies on my Patreon page. Okay, the original Star Wars movies, episode 4, 5, and 6, and Glass Onion, and Black Adam. So that's on my Patreon page, unedited. Follow the link below to Patreon. Check it out. Also give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel. I truly appreciate it. Also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.